Let's get things rolling then. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? It is Monday. Got some time for some magic, and we're going to do some more uh, avatar drafting. As we can see, we've got the bit here for Lorwyn is a promo for a D&D book, not the set. The set is still some time away. Previews for it don't start until January, until after New Year. So, for now, keep yawning. Wake up. For now, we're jumping back into avatar drafting. I'm feeling a couple of the more specialized plans I want to try out today. Some of those sacrifice stuff. I would like it. I know we went in on like the lesson stuff, but we didn't have the lessons for the lesson stuff, which is the funny part of it. If we end up with like a lot of firebending lessons and things like that, shrine nonsense, that's got to be an interesting one to like. When do we start in on something like that? I guess we'll see. Anyway, let's jump on in. Just sort of take a ride. Blue-white is a really, really fun place in this set. I can't, fault you there. Yeah. Which of the shrines is most playable on their own? The white one... maybe not the white one. It's tough. I don't think there's any one of the 5 shrines I would play as a one of in a deck. Alright? Like, that's kind of the starting point, right? Because, like, the green one is a 4-mana ramp and growth. The white one is a 4-mana team pump. And, like, white has a lot of go-white options, which makes the team one more viable. And, like, white has airbending to pick it back up and stuff. But even, like, 4 mana for +1/+1 on your team is still not exactly where I want to be. Blue one cycles? We'll see. Our starting point. Well, our starting point today. Yeah, sure. Is a fun little buddy and a big little buddy and a fun little buddy and a big little buddy. I like that the cub is a tiny 2/2 and the 4/4. This one Earthbend's 1 and this one Earthbend's 2, and it's double bigger. Badgermole Cub is one of the cards that was brought up as one of the bigger like constructed pieces out of this set. Though Worlds this weekend was, let's hear it again, dominated by Izzet. The lesson stuff out of this set actually had a ton of heat. Well, yeah, they protect the little ones. They don't want to find them. I want to pick this up and just kind of give it a whirl. This gives a billion mana, and has some fun ways to play around with that. It makes me want to. I wish we get Bossing Say to go with it, obviously, but I think this is a fun way to start. It's definitely a more constructed piece. Spirit Oasis, Boomy. I'm fine with Rocky Rebuke as 2. There's nothing in here that's huge on second colors. Messenger Hawk is a great card. Kyoshi Warriors is great, especially like green has some of the best allies around as well. But nothing in here is like super calling out, which means I want to stick with the color. So we'll stick with that. Yeah, we're seeing the power of boomerang basics. Alright, White Lotus, Badgermole Big. Hey, Gran, how you doing? Waving them. So White Lotus is something that's definitely pick upable here. I know that's committing to a second color, but it's a strong card. We don't have any, like, well, we have a lot of allies in this. There's also just Badger Mole the next, where we can just kind of commit to more Badger Moles. Funny joke in the Crescent Isle. It's not unreasonable to pick this up. I haven't asked too much white. Might grab more Badger Mole. I think this might be a little, like, leaving things a little too... Okay, well, this is definitely a card in white that I'm happy to have. One of the best removal spells we can have, combined with an Airbend for saving something. Messenger Hawk again, certainly worth picking up. Messenger Hawks are really good. I don't believe as much in invasion tactics. I want my Overrun to win the game, not like win the game 2 turns later. You know what I mean? We'll grab Airbender's Reversal and see where that leads. Well, it leads to Path of Redemption. That's nice. Conviction. Wow, this pack is way stronger. Check this out. So we got Fortune Teller, Lost Days, Path to Redemption, Boomy Bash, Badger Mole, and like and Zuko's Conviction. All of these are like cards I'd be super happy to see. Yeah. All these are cards I'd be super happy to see. The blue in here is really powerful. Earthbending Lesson, Shared Roots? I don't know if Shared Roots is like super good, but like could let us have a little bit more of a ramp theme with the Badger Mole Cub and get some top end going. That seems fun. Tank, Crescent. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna hide you. We're gonna hide you over there. It's fine. Okay. And then we're back to some nice looking green. Captives. I like Sentries a lot. Seismic Sense gets a lot done. Yeah, these are all like good things to have around. We have a number of lessons as well that work with this. Oh, Trusty Boomerang. I'll take Turtle Duck. Not gonna feel bad about Turtle Duck. Uh-huh. Just in case, we're gonna put you down there. Just in case, we're gonna put you down there. Just Captives is also quite good. Like, I like both of those cards. I like both of those. Is like, Captives plays early and late. Gets a lot of power late, too. None of these really speak to me that much. Take a pillar a lot. Oh, I don't take a Badger Mole. I respect this for the trample a lot. And I don't respect that. Alright, pack 2. Azula, you're a little outside of what's going on here. Zhong Herbalist? Earth Kingdom Soldier? It's like Herbalist or Earth Kingdom Soldier here, I think. Earth Kingdom Soldier is pretty good for a lot of like power going on. I don't hate that. Herbalist is trying to play a little bit more into like some like multicolor shenanigans, trying to get a little bit more things like the Shared Roots. Mildly interested in that. My Sweet Longfit. All right. Okay. All right. Like, just, you know, just in case, you know, like just in case we could pick up a 4th shrine and then, like, just in case, it's fine. We could like, just in case. Fire Nation Drill is really powerful. Airbending Lesson is actually also like super good. Rash's Audience. Rumble Arena is also something that'd be fine. I like picking up all this, like, white interactive pieces. Like, all of our white is removal, and I like that as a thing. Rockalanche is also probably a card I'd be really happy with how green we are. Firebender's Ascension. A lot of red here. Lost Days, Heartless Act. Same with Moose Lion, not bad. Just as a big thing when we're playing like Badger Bolt Cub and we're playing like Herbalist and we're playing big things, we can get this down to like 3 or 4. Heartless Act. I kind of want to centralize this deck. And kind of keep the like ramp as part of its big payoffs. Red looking like it's got some space though. Knowledge Seeker I love. I love Knowledge Seeker. Do I want to go like a little heavier on the blue side? Is that better? We're probably not going to double draw off of that. Like, this card's still fine as is. How blue are we actually going to be? I'm gonna believe a little bit in blue as like the third main color. I like blue as the third main color. This'll table, right? Nobody wants it? There are 9 cards. It can't table. No, it can table. It can table. Over the swamp? That's not happening. That's fine. I'll take a Meteor Sword. In this sort of deck, I think Meteor Sword will be fine. We actually have a couple things to, like, flip it around. That'll be interesting. Cycle of Renewal? I'm not as big on Cycle of Renewal as I'm on Shared Roots. I think the card's worse. But, like, if I want to be able to play 5 colors of stuff, it's a card that lets us do that. I'll take this Soldier. This is probably not going in the deck because it's 2 colors. Leave the fixing for somebody else to be able to do what they want out of that. Renewing Cycle with the Badger Bolt. Yeah, you could like sack and animate it. Oh, okay. All right, well, we don't get that. That's fine. Tough. Flopsy. Appa. Huh. I kind of like Appa, actually. If I'm talking about things to be playing on the top of this deck, Appa flipping around some of these, Oasai, Appa coming down on turn 4 or 5. I think Appa's a little more interesting than Flopsy. Doff's also, like, extremely cool, don't get me wrong. Huh. We have enough fixing pieces to be able to play Bayfong Bounty Hunters over like Knowledge Seeker. Signs make sense. Wall-top sentries, captives. Let's make this too greedy. Ooh, okay. Water Tribe Rallier. I'd like a copy of the White Shrine if possible. The Black Shrine, if we can get away from, would be... Huh. Yeah? This deck's getting a little funky. It's okay. We're doing fine. Earth Rumble versus Walltop Sentries? Okay. Watery Grasps, another removal spell we can get in the main colors. That's good. Do I want a third copy of Crescent Island Temple? I don't think I do. I think that I'm fine with just 2 of those. Ooh. Okay. Let's grab this land here. I know Flopsy's here, but I kind of want to get a little bit more helping out the main colors of this deck. Grab that Zuko's Exile. Barrels, I forget Barrels has the filter, which might make it like you're right on that. Barrels is the remove. I think of Barrels as just like a 1-mana artifact that sacks the Nail 5, but it does have the filter. I think we're like 1 shrine off them being like good and real, but I think they're fun enough to try out here. I wish I had 1 copy of Aang's the colorless lesson that searches the land. That has kicker, you know. I think we're 1 copy away of that from where I want to be. Alright. Let's kind of see what this looks like as we, like, slowly build it out. White's got some great pieces. Green obviously has the main thrust of the deck. And then we have a lot of room. I'm not playing Cycle into 2 color, that's why it's not in there yet. So, like, if we included the shrine pile, that would be like you, like, this blue would be nice. The white is the real champion of this deck. Airbending, Reversal, Path of Redemption, and multiple airbending lessons. Those are cards that seem like the powerhouses to me. I'm gonna drop red down to 2. I feel like red is only really happening if we search it up. I know it's 3 cards. Put blue back up. Blue is also like 3 cards. I kind of see what this looks like. Would like these in, but they're all like really early on a color that's a splash. And like, because we don't have a black shrine or anything like that, I don't want to put Beifong Bounty Hunters in here. Yeah, this is gonna be a funky one. I'm excited for like things going a funky direction. These are the kind of decks that get to chill in some wild games. They get to get overrun in some quick games, and they get to have a lot of active moving pieces. I like that this deck has a lot of like interactive elements from the white side of it. I think that's going to be doing so much holding up of it. Might want that 6th white source, to be honest. We'll see. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, you know. All right, this looks good. That's way better. Oh, don't come at me. I don't have a defense for aggro. I talked about this. Yeah, all right. We're gonna pass. Shared Roots will be on next turn. So I can Shared Roots plus. Okay. Are we just gonna pop the merchant? I would love it if we just pop the merchant from them. That'd be really nice. Alright, so let's go grab a blue. And we're gonna go grab a green. And then the Shared Roots will go grab a white. That'll be the plan. And then we're kind of ready to top deck any card at that point. We'll be at 6 mana. All right. No, we're not going to Cabbage Merchant. All right. They want the beat down because, like, you know, I'm not doing anything. Makes sense. They play a 4. I'll flicker that. Sure. That's fine. Hell, I mean... Yeah, that's fine. All right. So Aang's gonna bounce the captives, right? And then Aang costs 2 still, so... Sure. Yeah, all right. I'm in. Yeah. Cool. Let's get some damage in. We got Earth Rumble for some big pumps. We got Captives Pump. Here's Momo for a 3rd time. And the audience, okay. Tough. Okay. let's get in. We've got captives activation. Makes blocks here look good for us. Alright, do we have a kill spell in response? Or are we just eating the cabbage merchant? If you're eating the cabbage merchant, you're gonna take a ton of damage, so I'm assuming we have a kill spell in response. Okay. That's much better. That still exhausts it. Okay, that's cool. Alright. They've got attack for 5. Aggressive. Okay. Have you knock you out, see what happens. And then... how much combat do we want to do here? Are you going to kill me back? I'm at 6. You could do it. Uh-huh. Kill spell? No. No. Okay. Land and a blocker? Land and... so Badgermole is trample. Oh. Was that the draw? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's tragic. That was the draw. You know, I the all out there was me giving the go ahead, saying if you can, like, you know, you would have to have big pump and a kill spell. They had big pump. They well, the 4-color nature of the deck. It's fine. They got to stop the activation on our earthbending. That was a fun game. They tried to flip Momo 3 times. Sorry, they played Momo 3 times, and every time it didn't do anything. Yeah, I loved them doing that, though. It was really cool. Like, Momo flip, Momo flip. You know, our mana base is a little scary. Damn. Our mana base is a little kick-ass, is actually what I meant to say. Whew. What am I mulliganing here? The airbending lesson? It has to be, right? It sucks, but that has to be the mulligan, because cycle gets us to 4, and then... Kyoshi Island gets us moving, and then we're fine. Oh, hell. Okay. That's what I call big damage. Alright. We're just losing 2 life every turn for a while. You know? What you gonna do? Oh, smokes, that's bad. Abandoned Air Temple's so good. Okay, well. Maya's here to hit me for 10 damage even under a pacifism. I'll be real with you. Uh-huh. Actually, I think I gotta discard the airbending lesson. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna die to this 2-drop, I'll be real. All my cards in hand. Oh, this is bad. Yep. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, yeah. Nah, that's fine. Let's go grab our off colors, please. Uh-huh. Double white. And if we draw a untapped land, Iroh gets to immediately recast an airbending lesson? Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh-huh. No, yeah. I understand. Oh, this sucks. Save me, Iroh. Iroh. Alright, you know, here's some more spells. It's good. I'm gonna have to pull the trigger on the Path to Redemption next turn, or else I'm dying. There is no other option. I need to remove that. Like, I might just be dying anyways, but I have to do that first. Maya's hit me for too much. Level 3 scholar over there with so many kunais. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. That's like bad. I'll call it bad. Alright. Okay. Is this sorcery speed or instant? No, it's instant. Okay. Alright. Good to know. We're good. This is so deadly. Okay. So, deserters, yes! Ooh, yes, okay. All right. Okay, okay. I'm not blocking with the captives here. There's never a world where I'm blocking with that card. So I should attack with it. The activation on that card's too important to me. You know, I don't have an answer to that one. Okay, you know what? My congratulations on my shooting me for like 8 to 10 damage in that game. That card's very good. I love the glider. Instead of a creature on your Man of War, you get to hand off flying. And handing off flying in this format, especially on a pseudo removal spell, good stuff. I really didn't want to have to go in on Iroh on that turn, but like, God, I don't know. Maybe I should have just removed. Now, if I don't know what I had if I just removed my there. Yeah, okay. Shoutouts to Cycle of Renewal for being the only way that this hand is in any way keepable. I just gotta shout you out for being the only way. I don't like not being able to go grab our opponent's ramping to the moon, though. I have to go grab the white source and the blue source here. I can't grab the red for Iroh right now. I can play the Spirit Oasis and either Path to Redemption or Spirit Oasis and Rallier. Oh boy, that just comes with a free creature. Alright. Fuck! Okay, alright. I'm toast. It's fine. Whenever another creature leaves the battlefield even? Oh my god, okay. What are we cooking up? Removal for Aang because we have to. If I don't stop Aang from leaving play, then Aang will flip, and as long as I keep Path to Redemption, Aang won't, like, flip that freely. Unless they airbend Aang right now? Okay. That is a strong removal spell for the Sabertooth Cub. These are all humans at least, that's good. What are we doing? Seven to reach. That Vengeful Villagers is really bad for us on the defense right here. With like, the ability to just sack Aang. I could have hit that with the Path. No new rules make it. The existing transform rules keep this as is. Even if it transforms, this card does not leave the field. The problem is not Aang. The problem is everything around Aang. They can sack Aang to Vengeful Villagers to keep the Sabertooth Mouse line tapped, and I'm at 3 with no board. No, they're gonna leave Aang. Okay. Well, we're dead. We're absolutely toasted. Like, they can tap blockers, right? Like, we can get Aang off the board, but like, they have enough attackers to kill me here. Yeah. Yeah, like even if I block that 4/4, we're just smoked. This is what we signed up for. I'm hoping we can make some monks in one game. Oh, you know what? No. I want to draw our venerable cub, please. But yeah, there's a couple different variations on how transform has worked over how not worked, but it has been worded for necessity. Original transform cards just flipped in place. You might be thinking of the planeswalkers from Origins, which have to exile because if they flipped in place, they would have no loyalty. Okay. All right. Okay. We got Cycle of Renewal, we got Toph, we got mana. We are rolling. You got it, boss. Okay, so what do we want to do next? We could go... Yeah, the Saga ones have to exile again for the same reason. Because if they flipped in place, they don't have any counters. We could Cycle of Renewal on the mountain as a block? Right, because the back of those things are Sagas, and, like, if you didn't put them in place, they'd have no counters. That's why Planeswalkers have to do it, too. I could also Toph? This actually seems more interesting to me. No way in hell you're attacking here. Okay, now the Oasis is going to get some real movement going. I think we get to attack with a mountain, and if things go badly, I can, like, Cycle of Renewal on it. I have 6 mana right now. Okay. Yeah, we Cycle Renewal end step. Go grab our 2 last colors. Sure. Whatever. I can't believe it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna sack the forest. I'm not gonna sack the mountain because, like, it's still worth 2 mana right now anyway. So, like, making it worth 2 mana also doesn't change anything. Okay. I'm gonna play out the Oasis first here. I don't think they're gonna sack their farm animals when they're this far behind on the board. And the land is a perfect draw because it turns on the Rallier. So... no attacks. Rebellious Captives will get in next turn. But yeah, I don't think they sack it, and I think they play like a 5 next turn. So, like, we're a little free to do our thing. Sure, 6. That's fine. We're in end step, right? Alright. Sure. We're probably gonna miss at that more often than not. So stupid. I don't know, I'm just doing everything, like... We're missing the white shrine, let me tell you. Okay. I see. That's funny. Obviously, the farm animals get a lot more competitive with that going on. The Moose Lion is getting chump blocked, basically, regardless of play here. You got a kill spell for Toph? I do, okay. Okay. My plan here is kill the farm animal and with the badger moles, plural. And chump block the 9/9 because it just reaches. So, kill you, chump block you, and water charm rallier. There you go. Wall top sentry is a very nice thing to have here. Death touch against that 9/9. I want them to kill the small badger mole, but I don't think that that's actually the right thing to do. Okay, that's very funny. Let's attacking. And I think it's going to be Rebellious Captives and 4/4 Mountain. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. The play here is... Do I want to make this a 6/6? Do I want to go wide? Six six is probably it. No. Herbalist. The idea here is that the herbalist is like getting wide here is still going to be just fine. Okay, yeah, turtle duck. That's nice to have off the table with or having this off the table for. That 7/7 attacks, we're still just jump blocking it, so. Shrug. I'm fine with that. Alright, keep checking the deck. If I do 2 more of these, we stop. Because there's nothing left to grab, as you can see. There's kind of not a lot to grab anyway, but, like, I should at least be trying. Shared roots. That shuffles. I can get some better cards up. Yeah, let's go... Badger Mole? In for 6. Okay. Cleaning up troubles. So, our 6/6 land trades, but that gets everything but that 7/7 off the table as far as threats go. They get the Rebellious Captives active still at some point, but like... Okay. And then we get to go wall top sentries. And, because this taps for 2 for lessons, let's shuffle that deck, shall we? Alright, how many targets are left for, the activation? None? There are no targets left in the deck for the activation of our, Yeah, okay, fine. The Rallier does nothing but cycle 5. You got it, boss. Okay. So Death Toucher holds off the Sabertooth Moose Lion. And we have some incredible top-end draws left in the deck. Yeah, sure, that's fine if that's all you want. Any airbending is a Spirit Oasis activation. Okay, Path to Redemption, just get rid of the Moose Lion. Start slamming. That sounds real. Combat in? Yeah. Well, God sorted it out. Like, yeah, you got it, boss. Oh no, they think that the Water Tribe Rallier is a real thing. I'm sorry, that card doesn't have text. Not that you would know that my deck has 17 cards. Why would you think my deck has no creatures left? But it does. But it's true. End of the game? There's no way that's not end of the game, right? +2/+2 on this mountain. Herbalist fights the plains, and then you're blocked. 3/3's blocked. 2/2/2/1. Yeah, that sounds right. And then Grandma fights a plains. And then all out, and I think they're just dead. Pretty sure. All right. I was quite scared when the zookeeper showed up, and like all of a sudden we had a 1-mana 5/5. But like they gave us a little bit too efficient trades, I think. Specifically, the trade that got rid of the zookeeper in the first place. I don't think this wanted to go into combat. I don't think this wanted to get anywhere near combat because like the badger mole and the turtle duck and all the pluses from those really do a good job of overwhelming my go wide. Well, I think this deck got to do exactly what I wanted. I can't believe the water like there's nothing left in the deck. 18 cards. It's like, yeah, sorry, you just didn't put any creatures in your deck. Like, oh well, I guess Grizzly Bear is like a card you can play. It's a Grizzly Bear that like lightning rods. I'm happy with Grizzly Bear that lightning rods. We're missing the White Shrine. You can feel it. We go way too wide. We don't have that payoff. It's the only card I feel like we're missing. Obviously, our mana could be better. Like, we could have a little bit more. But no, honestly, honest to goodness, I think the only card truly missing from the list is the White Shrine. Yeah, I'm in. Keep. 100% keep. Keep. Sweet. Love to see Airbending Lesson. Love to see a starting Shrine. Especially our cheap one. Cheap being 3 mana. Love to be on the play. Alright, captives. So, you gotta remember with this deck, we want to be, like, trading, playing long game stuff. I might be airbending, like... Alright, well, that's a lot of mana. Okay, blue-red. Gotta watch out for that. I would guess a decent amount of interaction. Oh boy, that's a card I kind of don't want to let do its thing. Jonk's quite good. Probably not, maybe not on this turn. Am I okay to deploy Herbalist is going to be the biggest question of this turn. I think I'm going to take the offense. I'd rather not let them even have, like, Quench or something like that to set me off. Let's just make their 4 awkward. They could replay Zhong. They could actually play a 4-drop. And we've got, ramp. You know, name of the game, ramp. Straight to the moon. Oh, God. Okay, alright, okay. Alright, okay. Cool it. 3 lands. Sure. You can chill. It's fine. Like, let's get some damage in as quick as we can, I suppose. The land gains haste, by the way, so there's no need to worry about what land you're targeting. Alright, so this gives them a mana. Luckily, all their cards they get to play are just lands, so they only get 1 card off of this. They only get a land for free. So that's great. There's Zhong, who we can kill with an Earth Rumble. Agony Kai the Bat. Okay. Sure. And then kill the Herbalist with like a shock? Or do you have a lesson? No, you don't have a lesson. Okay. I think they've got a shock, which makes the Rebellious Captives a little harder to use. I can't, like, Earth Rumble with them. It's a bit of a pain. I'm going to attack with the captives, and I won't pump this forest. I'll pump a different land. I don't think they'll block, though. I think you've got it. I'm not gonna pull the trigger. I think you're holding a combustion lesson that only does 2 damage right now. You might be holding true, like, you might be holding, because I can't Earth Rumble to go for it. And Earth Rumble can kill Roku if things go super bad. Luckily, Roku on the backside does not have haste. Roku just has, you know, make a big dragon. I can kill Roku with an Earth Rumble. Might be necessary, to be honest. Alright. Well, rev it up. I love the rev engine noise on this. That's very important. Alright. Boomerang basics. Bounce my... Okay. So bounce the herbalist. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to pump the land. And then Earth Rumble will be a 5/5 to kill Roku. Do they have a lightning strike that they want to spend on the forest? No. Okay. All right. Well, it's time to rumble. We just have to believe... We have to believe Yip Yip isn't a card. Avatar State is a card, though. I kind of believe that one's a card is the problem. Is Yip Yip a card? Avatar... The problem was that Avatar State was a card. Okay. I think I'm still attacking? There's no invincibility on this. Now, this is the one I did have them on. I didn't believe in Yip Yip, which is why I did the play. We lose to Yip Yip. We don't lose to Avatar State. Because they can't block, and they're not going to gain life, and I can replay the captives. I think we're okay. They're going to go... Like, if they want the dragon, it's all of their... Like, not all their mana. It's half their mana for the dragon. Firebending 5. So half their lands. But the forest gets to attack over that. Ooh, okay. All right. You got it, boss. So we go to 10. They don't have enough to Roku activation because they've got 5 lands plus 2 floating. We have 6 damage on the board, so they have to make a forward play here. You can't just okay, that's a lot of blockers. This might be... Saber-tooth plus Herbalist? They can't activate Roku without somebody going to combat, and Saber-tooth has reach. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, this is what we got. I think they've got a kill spell or something to get the Saber-tooth Moose Lion out of the way. I don't know if they've got one for everything. Okay, draw 2 off of that. That means they're looking for action, but they need the mana. They had to use it just for 2 cards. That's great. Iroh... Interesting. Iroh is more board presence for them. I'm sitting here debating upkeep, cycle of renewal to try to get a better draw. Give me the food. No food. Yeah, I think upkeep lesson. Try to make our draws better, because right now we would go to... Alright, and then we get... Okay. Okay, yeah, you got it, boss. So... what do we want to do with this? Bouncing Roku kind of sucks because that's another draw 3. It's definitely the card I want to play as the airbending lesson, but what am I airbending here? It delays the dragon a ton, but it gives them so much card advantage, right? A draw 3 is a draw 3 right now. The 3/4 gives them a rebuy on the double. Again, we have weird problems. Okay. If they couldn't kill the Saber-tooth last turn, they can't kill Iroh this turn unless they drew something for it. They now have Dragon activation. Obviously dangerous. They could just make a 4/4 flyer. Honestly, it might have been that food. So that we can kill them easier. Like, make sure they instead of the... well, the chump blocker is also worth life on the Saber-tooth. Those are similar. Okay. This is such an exciting game. We're fighting Roku on the other side. It's like deadly. They can't give us lands because they need enough to activate Roku. They're not winning the game without Roku activation. Alright, anyway, my upkeep again. What a goddamn draw. Okay, well. You, in fact, do have it, boss. Are they dead? Probably not. We're going to fight down Roku, force them to make a token, bounce the token, and then we'll see if they're dead past that. Alright. Roku fight. Are they going to activate Roku in response? Perfect. Activate Roku in response. From here, we airbending lesson the dragon. And then we airbending lesson. They're not dead because we have to tap the land to do this. Okay. Iroh, thank you for learning how to airbend. Iroh will teach you all of the lessons you need. So, taking a look at this, they're not... I suppose if I had attacked with Iroh and not the land, we could have airbending lessened mid-combat with the firebending. That was the actual line. Yeah, that was the better line. That was a certain... But, like, this is actually also, like, basically certain death because they have to chump here, go to 2, and then somehow kill me from this on 10. Iroh just throwing firestorms everywhere. That tornado's carrying a car. What a fun as hell deck. Oh my god. I've tried to chase Iroh for a while. We had that Gruul deck that turned into an Iroh deck that got worse for doing it. We've had but the payoff in here of flashback airbending lesson for 1, that card at 3 is very powerful. At 1, help. You can't keep a board. I draw a card. Repulse. Oh. Sweet. Okay. Okay. We got to the line I wanted, which is 3 wins. Let's see if we can go above and beyond. See if we can have like a mana base show up just a little bit more. Okay. You know what? This is turn 2 Badgermole, turn 3 Kyoshi Island, turn 4 like Spirit. Yeah. Badgermole Cub, please help. I believe in you, Badgermole Cub. We get to play Kyoshi Island as the most expensive thing in the world on 2, but we do get to do it. Wow. Is that better? Is that better? No, I think getting the shrine into play is actually stronger right now. I had to think on this, but I think the shrine is just the better card right now. No attacks. Next turn I get to play like Herbalist Leave Up Cycle or Herbalist Walltop Sentry. Herbalist Walltop Sentry looking a lot better with the enthusiasts there. No blocks, I kind of need them on right now. Okay, yeah. Herbalist. Walltop Sentry. Ship it. Hopefully Walltop Sentry holds the fort down. Herbalist lets us play Crescent Island Temple. We have a red now. I'm assuming the enthusiasts are going to get more enthused here. I hope they don't realize that the herbalist is the real threat. It's very funny that that's the real threat, but, like, it is. Fire Nation drill, kill the wall top sentries, huh? Alright. That doesn't let you attack this turn. Because I still have a 2-3. Uh-huh. You had to... I understand. You had to think on that one. Well. This is double mana for Why does it think it's Hold. Why does it think this is legal? Oh, it is, because Badgermole Cub. This isn't just lands. Got it. I understand. Thank you. I just assumed this is only lands, but it's not. It's way better than that. Anyway. Let's draw cards. Monks. Anyway, here's the refill. Thank you. Another land out of the deck. Let's get a double white. And now we're good. Now these monks will be able to prowess very hard. Okay, that's a pretty good board. They got the drill going. What am I willing to spend here? Because they also have built up a pretty terrifying board. Do I want the monks to get rid of the drill here? Is that what's going on? The drill has to go, right? Like, this just has to be off the... Well, hold on. Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nah. That's not going to be a lethal hit. We need to do a little bit of clearing off the board. I don't like it, but we have to do it. Okay. So, like... Path on you. Think we get in this damage? I might want to leave this 3/3 back. Let's just get in the 2. Let's be a little bit safe. Our life total's 9. We need to, like, make sure that things are going our way. The reason isn't, like, able to cast it, because, like, I want a 3/3 hanging out here. Okay, Obsessive Pursuit. That might be good for us, I say. It's possible that's fine. All right, ma'am. Get some lands out of here. Keep getting some lands out of here, I suppose. Okay. We're doing board clearing here. Keep thinning that deck. Okay, so they get another clue. They're at 11. So that's one sack. That's a chump blocker. Oh, that's nice. Yep. Pick it up. Chump the Saber Moose. And then you go to 4. Now you're at 3. Can you sack 3 things? If you can sack 3 things, you can get lifelink. But I think that you don't have enough resources for that. 6 mana, 5 cards in hand, that's a lot of cards. I don't think you have enough things to sack is the problem to getting 3. Okay. Obsessive Pursuit is a card I'm always, like, a little terrified of because it's just a clue forever. Muse the old lady taps for 3. I just, you know? It's very fun. I like that there's a lot of tension with Obsessive Pursuit. It's obviously very powerful because, like, the clues every turn, it has, like, you know, if you have the mana going into it, it has a Phyrexian Arena power to it. It also gives a payoff for a sacrifice deck. But it also has, like, ouch, sometimes you just poke too much. I don't know what to tell you. Whew, okay. We gotta think on this one. This hand is really good if we find the blue. The blue is just like... tough. Sounds like Toph. Which is what she is. Sure. This is bad too. Ira will show up later. We have a shuffle in hand. I can't keep Ira in a hand like this. Rakdos. Uh-oh. Oh, the Pursuer. I might just not have the 4th land either. If I don't have the 4th land for Kyoshi, the Peruser's gonna eat me for lunch, you know? We might still be being eaten for lunch. Okay, well, we have to do this first. It's too important. If I draw a land, we actually have some really nice plays. If I don't draw a land, I'd probably just Path to Redemptioning on these Pirates because they're going to be way too big very quickly. You know, sack a clue, they get 1/1. Obsessive Pursuit, they get 1/1. If they got a land, they get to do it twice. Hit me for 6. You know, So land, sack another clue. No, oh, Judy with obsessive pursuit. I see. Terrifying. I have a plan then. Let's get that blue. Then we're gonna Rocky Rebuke Judy. I also can't keep Judy around because the Path to Redemption will suck, and like everything's wrong with that, so. How big are the pirates today? I'll take 4. If they sack a couple, I might jump. They can't sack 3. If they sack 2... Ooh, okay. Well, that's probably counters on the treetop fighter then, right? Yeah. That's smart. We're gonna run out of cards quicker than they are. Obsessive Pursuit builds up way too fast. That's the exact thing we need to make sure that doesn't happen. Alright. Cool. Draw 3, please. Okay. Creature. Okay. Alright, more clues. I probably want to save the Airbender's reversal for when they go for a lifelinker. I'm not really willing to pull the trigger earlier than that, in my mind. You, in fact, have it, boss. If they go +2 on this, I'll kill it. I will not kill that. F. If I reversal there... Maybe that's fine. All right. Archers, those cycle. Happy if that's your move. If your hand is that bad that you need to cycle right now, we're in a good position. Trample does not work with fight spells, no. Trample is combat damage specifically. It's why you don't have, like, spells with trample, if you know what I mean? Where, like, you don't get, like, a card with trample that, like, without, like, there's an uncard that says that's, like, a spell with trample. And there's a couple cards over the course of the game that have been that. We're gonna do this because I think it's better for our draws again. I know I keep doing this, and it's very, like, small ball, but, like, we gotta be playing small ball here to win. Okay. So they can lifelink those archers? I'm worried about this being too aggressive. I think I need to be able to win this. So they can triple sack, turn the archers on, make them a 6-4 with lifelink. But they can only do that once. Obviously, they make it big more than once, but like... The idea is they kill my blocker, and they hit me for 6. But I can hit them back for... $8. So they're going to sack 3, draw 3 cards. They're going to lifelink up to 11. We can put them to 3. But they're not going to be able to do the lifelink a second time. They do get to have a 6-power creature a second time, no matter what. That's not stoppable, because they're counters, but... If we draw a earth-bending effect, another Badger Mole, I think, is good enough. Go to 11. It's not an earth-bending effect. Okay. How much removal do you think they're holding is the problem? We're gonna try this. If they've got 2 removal spells, we just lose, but, like, I don't have any options against that. They can sack 2 things, but they can't sack 3 right now. Again, I just assume they have 2 kill spells. Uh-huh. Cowardice in your heart. No cowardice in your heart. Okay. Smart. They just had enough, they had all the kill spells in the world. Like, again, the thing was they had 7 cards in hand and didn't make a board play. They were hoping, on that turn, so to go back a little bit, there was the turn where they lifelinked the Yuyan Archers, 1, 2, 3, and they had this land left. Their hope was, in 3 draws, they were going to draw an untapped land, which gives them Combustion Technique and Lightning Strike active, which would protect them from, like, a lethal crackback. The problem was they didn't get that, so when they attacked, they were open. But we weren't able to capitalize. We had a couple cards that could have capitalized, but... 'tis the way the dice fall. What a fun deck! what a silly nonsense deck. I'm glad we got to do this. This was like... This was okay shrines. This was not good shrines. This was missing... Like I said, I think it was missing a white shrine to make our board better. And like to be able to draw a little bit more. But like... Again, I think this was held by the power of Airbending Lesson, Path to Redemption, Airbender's Reversal. If you've got those cards, you can win 3 games against anything. Like, this is wild white. If we wanted to have a much more laser-focused deck, just going in on green-white would have been just fine. We cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We cut out 7 cards, and the deck gets to be like, obviously we can't do it, but like, you know, we just get to play like a more consistent deck with a lot of good removal. Anyway, but what we got to play was also a blast. And the blue also was something I was pretty happy with drafting around with. So. If you want to toss that around for someone in the chat, go for it. If there's some... Anyway, let's take a clam, let's open some packs, and we can call it a day. You've got an achievement. I love Team Avatar here. This card's just so good. I haven't gotten to play with this card yet. But like, whenever I see this, I'm like, oh crap, that's some wild stuff. True Ancestry is a really, really strong, like, recursion piece, late game recursion piece. Regrowth with a clue on it, like, on permanence rather than anything. Regrowth is one of those things that's gotten cheaper over the years. You know, Regrowth from Alpha is a card that, like, we kind of go up the scale and then back down. I don't even think Regrowth is the most powerful Regrowth effect. Love you, Airbender Ascension. This card's sweet. I love anything that lets me Moldrift. Azula is really strong. I say this every time I see this Azula. This Azula edicts your opponent, and then they eat a card from the grave, and you get both. And, of course, our Zookeeper. Alright. 100 creatures for mana. What do we have? Attack with a 21 or greater power creature. Wow. I just never cast elves? What is this? I suppose, like, stock in elves has dropped. Like, recent Universes Beyond sets don't have elves. You know, just from, like, we have Goblin hanging out in Spider-Man. So there's a little bit of Goblin, but, like, elf stock, not at the highest it's ever been. Pretty low. So, like, obviously, let me go back to the front page. Obviously, we have some elves in our future. There's some elves we're waiting for right here. Our buddy Reese. Our buddy Zuko. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you all for joining. Hope you had some fun with this. I know I did. I had a blast. This is definitely one of those, like, let's try to do something for you know, a little bit for science, but a lot of fun. Love to build decks like this and have them work. So yeah, anyway, if you want to catch more, follow, subscribe. Thank you to everybody who has. I know a few new folks from Pitt over the weekend. Subscribe, you get the Cool Skull Slimes, Moldrifters and Mimics. Upcoming stuff, Trails on Tuesday, Dragon Quest Wednesday. And then on Thursday, the plan is Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Thunderdome, our limited series from a sealed series Psych and I and some friends did for over a couple of years. That's our Thursday plan. So, yeah, anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.